Welcome to Yardie Creek in the Cape Range National Park. This must be one of the best sites in the park. Front row ocean view and full Telstra reception. I'm doing my daily routine, inflating my paddleboard, wishing for a faster pump, because my tire compressor takes at least 20 minutes and it's so loud that I'm worried people will start accusing me of using a generator in a non-generator area. I was thinking about transporting the board on top of my solar panel for those short trips between camps, but I'm worried that my ultra-thin solar panel would break. This is why it's called the Yardie Creek. There is really a creek. And I'm still waiting for my paddleboard. That's Yardie Creek down there, and people come surfing all the way here. And I come here because I can see whales on the horizon, and I have such a bad FOMO, I could cry. I need to see one. I'm gonna risk my life to see one. But if I die, I died happy. I'm channeling some tunes that in my mind should attract whales. I saw quite a few jumping around, but they were still too far to get footage. It's getting a bit rough. I'm trying to call it a day, but my arms are tired. I'm definitely closer now. I feel like I've been paddling in the same spot for like 2 hours. I'm really over this. I made it to shore, but not quite to the camp. The campsite is there. And so after some rest, I decided that my arms had enough of workout for today. And rather than carrying the board, I gave my legs a bit of a workout too and towed the board behind me. Good morning. This is the disadvantage when you have different campsites every day. You have to keep moving, and I can't be bothered inflating and deflating the paddleboard every single day, so I just managed to stuff it on top of my bed. There's gonna be sand everywhere now, but I just can't be bothered. Thankfully, this time I will have the next campsite for 3 nights, so I can get a little bit at home. Today is gonna be a cleanup day. Hopefully you can't see too much of this. And yeah, about yesterday, that was definitely a little bit of a reckless behavior, I guess. I get a bit crazy when I see whales. I just wanna be there. That's all that matters. So yeah, please don't do this stuff. Always check for weather changes and stuff like that. Tides, wind. I will do it, I promise. At no point did I think I'm not going to make it, but it was really frustrating paddling for 2 hours in the same spot. And I had a good cry on the paddleboard. I did know that I am going to have this major FOMO here, and that's why I was planning to book another volunteering week on the whale shark boats. But then I told it to a friend of mine, and she was like, "Oh, I don't like these companies, they harass the wildlife." Yes, maybe it's not really that great, but it's still much better than in the Philippines, for example. Also, Whether I am volunteering there or not, it doesn't really make any difference to them. They have so many volunteers there. There is a whole wait list. And so the tour is gonna go ahead regardless. Because she has a boat here. She was like, if you're only doing it because you want to see the whales, I will take you on my boat. And so I hesitated. And when I finally decided to book it anyway, because I don't really believe much that she would really take me on the boat, it was all booked out. So now I'm here and I'm just like, why does it still happen at my age that I still get influenced by what other people think? Okay, I have just arrived in my next spot. 3 years ago, when I was volunteering here, it was like one of the happiest weeks of my life. So right now I'm really upset with myself for leaving it so late, being so undecisive, like what the hell. I keep reminding myself that I'm going to Tonga in September and I will see lots and lots and lots of whales from hopefully very close. So I don't need to be this anxious to get in there, but I can't help it, I guess. And because I'm still quite a bit sore from yesterday and a little bit upset, I think today I'll just be gaming, cleaning up a little bit, cooking lunch, and maybe if the wind calms down in the afternoon, I might take the paddleboard out. Okay, I gathered enough courage to have another try today. The whales are much closer, so hopefully I don't have to go as far out. And the wind should be calmer today. I checked. Full of sand. You guys know I'm crazy, but I'm probably not crazy enough to try to cross this. But the universe provided me with a boy. We was just stuck here on a coral. I feel like Moana when she had to get off the island. I have been looking to buy a new swimsuit because I think the day is coming when somebody will comment that I'm wearing the same clothes all the time and that it's disgusting and will ask whether I'm poor or something. The thing is, I just cannot find anything that would suit me. I like multi-purpose and this tankini kind of looks like a shirt, and I like that I can go swimming and 20 minutes later I can be at the supermarket in the same clothes and nobody really finds anything weird with that. I'm still at Kurrajong. I have one more night left in here and I think I have a few more nights during July, but I will try to swap them for some other campsite because to be honest, I don't really like it here as much. I mean, it's beautiful, but the coral here is very shallow. It's impossible to get onto the open ocean. And because it's so shallow, you don't get the animals that you can find, for example, in Osprey or Yardie Creek. There are lots of turtles in here, and the other day there was dugong as well. That was my first time ever seeing a dugong, so I was quite excited about that. But otherwise I do prefer Osprey, where you can see a bit more of wildlife. A friend of mine loves these leopard sharks. and I don't think you could find them in Kurrajong. Yeah, I made 2 friends already. They are both single ladies living in a van, just like me. And it's super handy. Not only do you have company to go paddleboarding, both of them have instruments so we can play and sing, but also the town, Exmouth, is 1 hour away from here. So every time you need some supplies or water, you have to drive quite a bit. But now we can share it. Yesterday I got bread delivered to my doorstep. I got water. I don't really have to worry about anything. I told you last time, I will tell you about all this booking madness, because here in Cape Wrench it's very hard to get any booking. And before you ask why didn't I book it well in advance, I will tell you why. I tried. I was on the page in January and in December trying to book for July, but it was all gone. It's immediately booked out. There are a few tricks people use to get these sites early before they are actually released. And I was just like, I gave up. I thought to myself, you know what, I will wait till it's close to my arrival and I will book it last minute, whatever I can get. So this is one of the reasons why I didn't rush to get here, because I honestly did not know where I am going to stay and whether I will manage to book some decent stay or decent amount of days to stay. And I really wanted to avoid freedom camping here, because when I was here volunteering 3 years ago, I was here for a week freedom camping, and it was a nightmare. You have to get up super early. The rangers are very much on top of that. Plus the locals hate it too. Staying around Exmouth is seen here as a privilege. And actually we are very lucky that we have the option to stay here for only $15 per night. That's still very cheap for what it is. If only there was campsites available, right? And so for the past few weeks I was on the park stay page refreshing multiple times, several times a day, booking whatever sites turned up, whatever last minute cancellations I could get, which means I usually got 1 night here, 1 night there, and at first it looked a little bit hopeless, like I had huge gaps between bookings and I wasn't sure what I'm going to do. But actually I am very surprised that I pretty much managed to book everything. And now I am on stage 2, where I'm only monitoring Osprey Bay. I don't know how you read it. I should Google it, because that's gonna be embarrassing. Osprey. Anyway, that's supposed to be the best side. So I'm monitoring Osprey, and when I find any cancellations there, I book it and I cancel whatever I have. And I think next year, if I'm not working during winter, I will come here again, and this time I will dare to come for a little bit longer, and I will have a bit more trust that I will be able to book the sites that I will need. And tomorrow morning I'm moving to Osprey for 2 days. Osprey. Okay, I have had enough. How is it pronounced?
Let's learn how to pronounce these names once and for all correctly. This is
just say it, dude.
It's also the name of a bird. There are 2
correct
pronunciations that are used in English. Yes, and one is American English, the other British English. So let's break them down.
Say it.
In British English, the pronunciation is generally as Osprey.
Osprey.
Yes,
anyway, I will see you there if I don't get eaten by a shark or taken by the wind. I lost my tablet pen and I needed to edit the video, and I also have to fill in some forms for Tonga. I have a feeling it might have fallen next to the bed somewhere. Like, good luck to me. Ah, it can be right here. I always lose the pen. Why doesn't it make sound? It is charged, my tablet can see it, but I can't make it make sound. Got it! I've been looking for that for a few days now. Oh, and this morning I got an email saying that somebody bought something from Blue Yardie using my code YANA5%. It works in America and in Australia. Thank you so much to whoever bought it, because you essentially paid for 4 nights at Osprey, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you, and good to see that the code is still working. So if you were thinking about Blue Yardie, please use the code.
Running across the border, following the water, make the most of every notion. Soaring like a kite, higher than a mite, baby I can see